before we started today, I just Googled Christmas crimes.
Ooh, now this is where the episode.
Oh boy, there's some great ones. So I've got 5 Christmas crimes I was gonna tell you guys about.
Got some Yuletide capers.
Oh
for
boy,
us.
yeah, capers and so much more. Most of them involve drugs and alcohol, as you might imagine.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So this one's from.
Yeah, I was gonna say my family tradition instead of movies was getting fucked up.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is from December 14th, all the way back in 2009.
Okay.
This is from WEAU NBC 13 up there in Wisconsin. A drunken Santa Claus prompts a mom to call 911 after he stumbles into her yard, apparently looking for his reindeer and scaring the children.
Hell yeah, Santa.
Officers ticketed 55-year-old Thomas Arnold of Sparta, Wisconsin, for having an open beer in a car. The man driving that car, 47-year-old Kevin Arnold.
Kevin!
That's what happened to him after the wonder years. These are the bummer years. Kevin Arnold was arrested for operating while intoxicated, but the kids said they knew that this Santa was a hoax. Quote, "He smelled like alcohol, so I knew it wasn't the real Santa because Santa doesn't drink alcohol," says 9-year-old Katie
And I think
Doherty.
it is sad that the little kid knows what alcohol smells like.
Yeah.
Hey,
You smell like dad.
I was going to say, this is Wisconsin in December. There's nothing else to do. I've been to Wisconsin in December. We drank hot tots out of a crock pot. That's what you do there. So
His older brother gets the furniture making business, and Kevin just goes into a deep dive,
Yeah,
Over.
exactly.
losing out Winnie Cooper to that guy she met in art school in Paris.
and then they kill the dad in the last 2
Yeah, I know.
sentences of the Wonder Years. It's like, that was unnecessary. We could have assumed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all die sooner or later.
Come on.
Didn't need to lay it out like that.
Katie says that the Santa ended up in her yard, was loud, and had really dirty hands. She says he tried to put his hat on her little sister.
Oh, no.
6-year-old Zoe describes him in one word: drunk. he was yelling at them. "Have you seen my reindeer? Have you seen my reindeer? Call me right away if you see my reindeer," says Tina Reinhardt, the girl's mom. "He thought he was spreading good cheer, and in some lights he may have been," said Sparta Police Chief Mike Cass with a little chuckle. "I don't think Mr. Arnold had any ill intent. I believe his level of intoxication probably impaired his judgment." They said he was on his way home from a party, and that nowadays people have to be careful with everyone, and that includes Santa.
Do you think that he got drunk and then put on the Santa suit, or was he in the Santa suit and then he got drunk?
It says he was coming home from a party, so I assume he was just...
Like Santa pub
he was
crawl or
Santa
something.
at a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
And he was like, because I'm dressed like Santa, I should get extra drunk today.
Absolutely.
The kid's dad was outside with them when Santa came into the yard, and they all agree it's one of the strangest things they've ever seen.
That rules. That
Yeah.
would be great, like the next day at school, to be like, when kids are like debating if Santa is real or not, they're just like, yeah, he's totally real. He was at my house last night. He smells like my uncle.
This one's from Christmas Day, 2013.
Okay.
This is from CBS. A 41-year-old South Carolina man was left bloodied early Christmas morning after his spouse attacked him and stabbed him with a ceramic squirrel for not bringing home beer. Helen Ann Williams, 44, was arrested on December 25th and charged with criminal domestic violence of a high and aggravated nature, according to the station. North Charleston police were called to the home around 12:20 a.m. Christmas Day for a domestic disturbance. An incident report states that officers arrived to find a man with a large amount of blood on his shirt due to a large, deep laceration on his left shoulder and to his chest area. He also had cuts on the face. The victim told police he went to the store to get beer, but returned home because the store was closed. It being Christmas.
It being Christmas Day.
And according to the report, Williams was mad at the victim that he didn't bring her any beer, and so she allegedly hit him over the head with a ceramic squirrel and stabbed him in the chest with it.
Nice.
Wow.
That's
Police say Williams
ceramic squirrel.
claimed the victim fell and cut himself. When asked why she had blood on her hands and clothes, she said it was not the victim's blood and it had already been there.
Oh, this is just my Christmas blood.
Regular stuff.
But it is Charleston, South Carolina, and Charleston, South Carolina is literally one of the drunkest places I've ever been to in my entire
Yeah,
life.
I believe that.
Is everybody? Have you?
It's pretty gnarly.
You've been
Been
to
through
Charleston?
like once very briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd believe that.
Oh man, yeah. I like that She sent him to the store for beer at midnight on Christmas Eve, and then he comes back without the beer, and she's so mad. She hits him with a squirrel.
A ceramic squirrel. I feel like it'll be hard to replace that squirrel. Maybe use something else.
Yeah, come on. That's probably
But
someone worked hard to make that for you in their ceramics class.
Yeah.
She's a veteran of this sort of thing because it's like she went for like the break and the stab.
Yeah.
This
This is not the
She's
first
practiced.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a squirrel that was made by the child that was taken away from her the Christmas before.
I was going to say it was a squirrel that ironically was made in a drinking and doing ceramics class, probably.
Oh, yeah. Wine mom for sure.
yeah.
This wine mom's gone wild on Christmas.
I remember
This woman's never had wine in her
That's
life.
true. She calls it wine, but it's
It's Thunderbird.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I went to unrelated. I went to Cambria, California once, and I saw this one store that had the greatest name of a store ever. It was called Girls Just Want to Drink Wine.
Oh, I went in there. I know
Really?
that store. Yeah, I went to Cambria.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was actually with my mom in Cambria, California. We went into Girls Just Want to Drink Wine.
It's such a fucking bummer.
Yeah.
Such a bummer.
Yeah, Cambria is also where I'm sure I've told this on the show. I used to do this as a bit, but it's true. I saw a guy wearing a those old like Biggie and Tupac shirts where like the picture would take up the entire front of the shirt.
Yeah.
It was one of those, except it was the cast of the Andy Griffith Show, and so it was just like huge pictures of Andy and Don Knotts, and he was singing karaoke. He was the karaoke host at the Pine Lodge or whatever the fuck it was in Cambria, and and it was one of the greatest nights of my life because he sang like sort of like Fred Schneider from the B-52s. So it's just, I did it my way.
So, but was it Fred Schneider or Jello Biafra? That's
Nah, I
the
mean, a little bit of. I guess it was
Yeah.
north, mid Central Coast, so it could go either way.
Yeah.
This one is also
amazing.
from South Carolina. This is from the AP, December 2006. Anderson, South Carolina.
Ooh.
So not too far from
Nice.
Charleston. A mother on a Christmas parade float says its high-speed ride down Main Street in Anderson was sheer terror. Erica Moore was on the float with her daughter. She said the driver, who was charged with the DUI, told her it was a great day for a parade before he took off.
Whoa.
Bond was set at $50,000 Tuesday for 42-year-old David Allen Rogers. He's charged with drunken driving and 18 counts of kidnapping and about 24 other charges. Police think Rogers became frustrated that he had to wait at the end of the line for Sunday's parade, so he pulled the truck and trailer around another float and sped off. Witnesses says the man read a red light and a few stop sign and jumped some train tracks while parents on the back of the float called 911 on a cell phone.
Bless.
Yeah, that sounds incredibly dangerous.
Amazing.
Bless him.
Like, I'm glad no one was hurt, but boy, it's a funny visual.
I just love Christmas too much. I gotta start the parade now.
They put me last. I'll show you to put me behind the middle school concert band.
Well, no, the thing
Assholes.
But the thing is that's 18 charges of kidnapping. So he's like,
That's life in prison.
Yeah, man.
he's like has a rep for just pissing people off, and they just hit him on some like Al Capone like tax evasion.
Yeah.
This David Allen, whatever, because it's David Allen.
Yeah, of
already
course.
is-
David Allen Rogers.
Yeah, that's a red flag right there. He
Yeah.
probably has like a rep for some really like annoying stuff. And they
Oh,
were just
yeah.
like, all right, we got him.
What are you in for, man? I kidnapped a parade.
Yeah, I kidnapped a karate demo team.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, it was funny because like we learned from the OJ Made in America documentary that it is technically kidnapping if you just say you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Which is how OJ got charged with kidnapping. Is like you're not going anywhere.
Yep.
So I think at some point he opened the little tiny window on the back of the pickup truck, was like, "Sit down, shut the fuck up, you're not going anywhere," and then
Yep.
just hauled ass over a train track.
I mean, he's probably the guy that just like, cuts the muffler off of his truck and just does like donuts in the park. And they're like, we gotta get him on something, And then they're just like, David Allen, you should stop doing that. And he's like, it's my First Amendment right.
He's got one of those
Now they got him.
smokestacks.
Now they got him for something.
Loves rolling coal in his truck. Fucking trash. rules.
This one's from the New York Daily News, December 18th, 2014. Lake Wales, Florida.
Yeah, that place is a real.
Where is Lake Wales?
It's
even
in
know.
a real gnarly part of Florida. It is Polk County. It's in that central part of Florida.
Oh boy,
Like,
the
which is-
direst place on the planet.
Oh, it is like it's in the
Yikes.
spine of Florida, where it's like, yeah, it's
The farthest
Yeah.
away from the ocean you can possibly get.
Ooh, it's
Yeah.
Lake Wales.
Can't even imagine.
I've been to Lake Wales a couple of times, and it is a.
I went there for a knife fight.
Oh, it's probably, yeah. It's the most. I mean, if you do the Florida man sort of thing, I'm from one of those I'm from one of those places that's always like a Melbourne, Florida man. Like my county's the go-to for it.
Okay.
But I would say Lake Wales is the most extremely Florida place on the planet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, it is.
Tara Scott, age 30, and Gerard Dupree, age 27. That's a great name.
These
Yeah.
are
Were arrested after their alleged ploy to steal a Power Wheels Barbie car was caught on tape. Surveillance footage from the Lake Wales Walmart on Tuesday shows two men loading a cart with a Power Wheels Barbie car, a Leapfrog tablet, and a Barbie Glam vacation house before moving towards the exit of the store. Suddenly, Dupree drops to the floor, clutching his chest near the entrance, and fakes a heart attack while screaming in order to distract employees and customers as Scott appears to roll the stolen goods out of the store. Concerned passersby stopped to help the suspect in apparent distress, and one even appears to make a 911 call. They were later arrested. So, guy just gets to the exit and then just, oh, my heart! And starts rolling around.
Bad
know.
could do a distraction where people's reaction is going to be call 911.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe don't get the cops to come to the place.
I'm sure I've told this on the show before, but there was a kid in our hometown whose name was Derek.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, my buddy couldn't remember Derek, so he referred to him one time as Daryl Kid, and his name was just Daryl Kid. And from then on, and Daryl Kid, he would just go steal stuff from the store all the time and be like, hey, I'm gonna steal some candy. You guys want anything? And we're like, as long as you're there, sure.
Yeah, why not?
And so he went into to Kroger and got. I remember we requested a couple of bags of teriyaki Oh Boy Oberto beef jerky and some Snickers bars, and he put them under his shirt.
Yep.
Grabbed his stomach and went out of the Kroger going, "Oh, I got shot!" and just screaming, "I got shot!" And he got away with it.
Yeah.
He was never apprehended.
But like, what happens? Like, everybody comes and it's just
Like,
like,
what do you
I'm
do?
having a heart attack, and then everybody comes like, psych, and then you're like,
And he runs
It's
off.
like, oh, I feel better now. Actually, my heart it's fixed. I'm better now. And then he runs away.
He's just doing jumping jacks. Like, look, I can. I'm faster and stronger than I ever was.
There's an element of complete sadness to all these stories where it's just like, oh, they're trying to steal children's toys on Christmas.
Yeah.
And then they got arrested. Oof.
Yeah. There's a dog.
in Lake Wales, Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, honey, you're not getting the Barbie dream house. Oh, you also lost your dad for a number of years. And now I have to get a second job. Here's a key because no one will be home to let you in at night.
The house is yours. Good news. You're getting your own Barbie dream house. It's called Our House. You just get to be there by yourself always now. This is the last one here. This is from CBS in, let's see, November of 2011. So this guy started early.
All right.
Vandalia, Ohio. I hate local news. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas at one home in Dayton, Ohio.
Oof.
Thanks to a man who police say broke in and started hanging up Yuletide decorations.
Broke in.
Yeah. They say the burglar, who was already in the holiday spirit, was also high on bath salts, according to CBS affiliate WOIO.
Well, this is the best thing bath salts have ever done.
Oh, yeah.
Really? When you compare it to everything else people have done on. Also, are you a burglar if you're bringing stuff into somebody else's home?
This shit is wild, man.
It's garland made out of my own skin.
Terry Trent, you knew there was a Terry.
Yep.
Got to be a Terry involved.
Oh, Terry.
Terry Trent, age 44, was arrested and charged with burglary last week in Vandalia, according to the station, when an 11-year-old boy found the man sitting on the couch after he had done some Christmas decorating around the house.
That is the most whimsical mental break I've ever heard in my life.
I mean,
Just beginning to look a lot like this.
Vandalia police said that Trent entered through one of the home's back doors and made himself comfortable, lighting candles on the coffee table and kitchen table, as well as having the television volume on very loudly. Trent had also hung a Christmas wreath on the back garage door. When discovering that Trent was watching television and playing with the boys' things, the 11-year-old boy called his mother, who was in the next door neighbor's house. The mother told police that Trent attempted to be polite to the boy. He was arrested without incident, but police found that he was carrying a pocket knife.
Wow.
So we said to him, quote, he had said to him, quote, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I'll just get my things and go."
Yeah.
Police indicate that Trent, who was being held in Montgomery County Jail, has a history of drug charges. So there we go.
That's amazing how composed he happened to be while high on spice. Like, that's like, you know?
A little bit too much nutmeg.
Yeah.
My theory is he just lost his family, and he was like, well, I'm still going to have a Christmas this year.
I got me some K2 at the swap meet. Light it up and enjoy some Christmas.
You can't kick me out. I'll find another family.
So that is that's the internet's best Christmas crimes.
That just seems like an amazing beginning for like a Hallmark Christmas, where it's just like the one, like you put the stories together where it's just like the one guy gets arrested for stealing the Barbie car and the Barbie tablet and whatever, and then it just so happens that later on, like Terry, like high on K2, just shows up one day, and it's just like, and then it turns into a thing where he befriends
Guess what
the
I
kid.
brought you?
And it's just like
Is it drugs?
and then it befriends, and then the Terry befriends the kid, and the kid's like, "Can Terry be my dad?" And it's just like, mom's like, "What happened? I was gonna go to college.
My whole life, it's gone.
I was 14 credits short of my nursing degree, and everything went off the rails."
There's a Christmas movie. All the guys with Christmas crimes in a jail cell together, finding the true meaning of Christmas.
Yeah. Everyone's telling their story. It could be little vignettes, like we'll do like a Buster Scruggs type thing.
Yes.
Fuck, let's make this.
Yeah.
And then like the woman from Charleston, like on the other side in the women's holding cell, just being like, "Which one of you hunks is gonna break me out of here?"
I promise I won't stab you with a squirrel.